Jim Candy Part 2, Chapter 8. Little by little, the season slipped away. Eastlake had beaten us 28-16 in the opener, but after that, we'd managed to sneak by everybody else we played. Some games we were the better team. Garfield and Franklin and Roosevelt had half the guys and half the talent. Some games we were lucky. Bothill fumbled 5 times in the first half. Woodinville's all-league quarterback was out with an injury, and his replacement threw 3 interceptions. I was still playing hard on special teams, but I didn't even think about starting. After the whole captain thing, even my dad gave up. Next year, I told myself. Next year. And then I caught a break, and so did Drew. On the Sunday before the showdown with Foothill, the cops caught Drager and Clark drinking at Salmon Bay Park. They scuffled with the police and had to end up being handcuffed and dragged off to juvenile hall. In school, kids talked about nothing else. Before Monday's practice began, Downs called the team together. He said the normal stuff about responsibility and maturity, and then he told us that Drager and Clark had let the team down. Look what a 6-pack of beer cost them. They'll miss the Foothill game, the chance to win the King Co title, and move into the playoffs. Think hard before you act, because what you do carries consequences. On the field, Downs moved Drew and me to the first team, which I expected. But since Drew had practiced more at Deshaun Free than he had with any other receiver, Downs decided to make Deshaun a starter too. It was as if we'd won the lottery. The workout was light, helmets and shorts, and all through it, all the offense was completely out of sync. But not even a bad practice could bring the 3 of us down. We were starting on Friday against Foothill. That was all that mattered. I thought about staying up to tell my dad I was going to start against Foothill, or maybe writing him a note. But in the end, I didn't. I decided it was smarter to wait until I was dead sure. There was always the chance that Drager would somehow weasel his way back onto the team and back into the starting lineup. Tuesday and Wednesday came and went with no change. Thursday, Clark and Drager were back at school. I stood off to the side and listened to Nolan Brown ask them how they stood. We're done for the year, Drager said, his dark eyes glowering. Even if you guys somehow beat Foothill, we won't play in the regionals. It sucks. That night I waited up for my dad. As soon as I heard him come in the door, I slipped downstairs. Hey, what's up? He said. Can you get tomorrow night off? I asked him. He shrugged. I don't know. I suppose. Why? I'm starting, I said, against Foothill, the championship game. So here it is. Mick's big break. The 2 guys that are in he and Drew's positions, right, they get caught drinking, Drager and Clark. And so they are not eligible to play in this big game against Foothill. And even Deshaun gets moved up because he's been working so much with Drew. And the 3 of them are elated. But Mick is still like, I don't know if I should tell my dad about it because I don't want to get his hopes up. And finally, he does. So he is finally going to get his shot to show his dad and even like his coach what a great player he is.